Hi, I'm Drew Gasparini, and I'm here for NewMusicalTheatre.com. Our first guest tonight is going to be making his starring debut as the lead in School of Rock the Musical. Please put your hands together for Alex Brightman. Alex, come on out! Hey.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Huh?
Hi, everyone.
There he is.
Hello. Thank you. Oh, my goodness.
What a time we're having already.
Yes,
huh?
I just flew
and
in.
they love you.
I just flew in.
So we got some questions here.
Okay.
Alex.
Yes.
You and I are friends. I think anybody who follows either of us on social media, that's not a huge shock to them.
No, we're friends.
Let's go ahead and talk about this. How did we meet? Do you recall?
I do.
I have two instances I'd like to talk about, but why don't you start?
I remember the first thing that our first interaction was actually a non-interaction. I sent Drew, I sent you,
Yeah.
a Facebook message basically saying that I thought your music was amazing and I kind of sing the way you write and I would love to work with you someday.
Wow.
And then you never responded.
Is that true? Did I not respond?
Never responded. And
I
so
must
I
have
was
been
like,
all aflutter.
no, and then but what happened was then after that,
Yes.
like a couple of days later, or like less than a week later, we were at the same concert.
That's true.
And then we met, and I said, hey, I'm the guy that sent you the message.
Yeah.
And then you were like, thanks, man. And then the next thing we did was have a number of drinks and realize that we have the one-for-one exact same sense of humor.
That is basically how this
I
went
found
down.
my comedy soulmate.
That's actually one of the things I wanted to talk about, was those two meetings.
Yeah, but that's what I remember too. You
Okay.
don't forget when you meet your best friends.
No.
Okay.
Hey. Especially as you become an adult, and that's harder and harder to do.
Way harder.
Right?
It was nice to sort of, you like just made it in.
Did you go, that idea, my cutoff of friends was when I met you and F and Andrew Cobra.
That's kind of it for me
I
too.
stopped.
Yeah,
I
I was
stopped
ready
after
to like
that.
not have friends anymore.
Out of all your friends, who would you say most likely has the biggest penis? Like out of me and Andrew Cobra, who do you think, out of me and Broadway's Andrew Cobra?
Nick Blameyer.
How would you describe our collaboration?
Oh.
And what do you think makes our collaborations successful?
Oh, okay. Kind of an easy question, actually. It's a good one, but it's an easy question. We decided to try and collaborate on something, a show called Make Me Bad, that eventually got called Make Me Bad. But my first instinct was like, this is not going to work, because really good friends tend to not be great collaborators because they have a hard time calling each other on their bullshit.
Yeah, it's
have
putting a
hard
lot at
time-
risk.
It's putting a lot at risk and to not take things so personally. But the good news is that we are amazing collaborators because we're such good friends that we have no problem saying this is not good or this can be better. I think this needs to change, kill this stuff, and there's never much of a resistance because we trust each other's talent and trust each other's brains. So there's not much of we have a very similar outlook. So if something feels wrong, we usually feel it.
Yeah.
Also, we're good writers, I think, but I think we're much better editors. I think that's what makes us better writers.
I always say we're not writers, we're rewriters.
We really do, and I think a lot of really good writers are. Some writers, and not to mention Nick Blameyer again, but some writers really just know how to write.
Yeah.
And Nick does. Nick is good at editing, sure, but Nick really knows how to write. Ryan Scott Oliver knows how to write.
Yeah.
But we learn, at least I do with Drew, we learn by throwing a pound of stuff against a wall and finding the ounce that is like the good stuff. Anything we do collaboratively, that's a word. I'm a writer. Anything we do collaboratively doesn't feel like a waste of time. I've never left a session of writing with Drew and been like, next time.
Yeah.
It's always something very fruitful comes out of it.
What I like about our collaboration is that no matter what the idea is, if we just bring it up once, we always come back to the idea until the idea comes to fruition in some way or another. We never say something and then not do it.
Right.
I don't know many people who do that. They go, it'd be really cool, and then it just kind of flutters away. You and I are like, it'd be really cool, this, and then it might take some time, but we actually get to doing it.
Yeah. We started this collective, this writing collective that we call, we do a bunch of stuff, but a bunch of it's writing, called the Morons. And one of the reasons, and this wasn't the reason we called it that, but it's kind of perfect, that because we look at something and we go, that's a good idea. Rather than trying to analyze or critique why it's not a good idea, we just go for it. And if it is a bad idea, we find out at the end.
Yeah.
But at the end, we have something.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about collaborating with this guy, is that no matter what we do, by the end of it, we have something. We've never thrown something away.
Yeah.
Which I like.
What's your favorite song of Drew's to perform? Yeah.
Just talking in the third person. My favorite song of Drew's to perform is probably one I've only done once, which is Burnout.
Ah, nice.
It's a song I like doing because it was like, I've always liked the rock star aspect. I mean, I really like performing a little bit because
when do you grow out of that?
I'm never going to grow out of it. It's a great song, but it's also a funny device anytime we need a song in any concert. He's like, I'm teaching these kids.
I'll just come in and I'll sing a little bit.
I'll just come in and I'll sing a little bit. I feel like I've come out of the closet more times on stage
with that song
than I ever have in real life.
I would say that my favorite performance of yours is probably Burnout.
It's fun.
I really like you doing that. It's not really a theater song.
No,
it's
like a
fun
but
pop
the rule
song.
is usually if you're having fun on stage, people will be having fun with you.
Yeah,
it's a pain when you watch somebody singing a lyric they've been forced to sing.
Yeah.
That's actually, just in general, something that Drew does well, is that they're fun songs to sing.
I love this question too. Alex.
Yes.
Mr. Alex Brightman.
Yes?
Let's talk about this. You and I have collaborated on, I'd say, I think 4 shows now at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is something that you and I have always dreamed of collaborating on? What is a dream collaboration for you and I?
I would love to write something. A movie, a musical, whatever. Something. A novel, whatever. As long as it involves him. That involves the idea of having imaginary friends.
Yeah.
And one of the ideas, and whatever, if you steal it, you're not a nice person.
You're a dick, in fact. You're a big dick.
Is
just
this
like Nick Blameyer's.
A guy walks down the street. It's a very simple concept. A guy walks down the street. He sees a homeless man. And then we find out, what if all of the imaginary friends that the kids left behind when they grew up became homeless because they didn't have another place to go?
Yeah.
And then this kid gets to go into this world of imaginary friends and try to save the world of imaginary friends.
At least the goal at the end of the show is to point out that imaginary friends should get a fucking job.
What is one instrument you wish you would have learned as a kid? Because you play guitar, bass, drums, piano.
I wish I stuck with trumpet. Because
you started
trumpet in 5th grade, and then I kind of tailed into 6th grade, and then I cut it off there.
Who is one person you would like in the world right now? Actually, let's open it up to alive or dead.
Okay.
That you would have liked to have wrote a musical. That didn't write one.
That didn't write a musical?
That aren't necessarily a composer.
Oh.
From their mind. I didn't think that was going to be a good question. That is a good question.
Well, he's doing it now. Isn't David Bowie's doing one now?
Yeah,
but he's always been such a theatrical dude. I think Peter Gabriel would write a really good musical.
That's a good one.
He's such a theatrical pop writer anyway. I think
his albums are, they sound like concept albums.
Totally. Everyone's going to say, oh, Ben Folds. Why? Because he plays piano?
That's why.
Duh. That's, of course, he'll write a musical one day.
My answer, and he's not a composer, was Andy Kaufman. Because I think he would have written something way crazily subversive and weird and different every night.
It would have been such a cult thing.
It would have been something that would have ran forever, but it never would have been the same performance once. And
or it only ran for a week, and the only person that talks about it is Jen Tepper.
Oh, I love Jen Tepper. I saw her last night.
She'd be the only one that knows about the show. Quick plugs real quick. December 6th, go see my man Alex Brightman in School of Rock on Broadway. He is playing the fucking lead. He's about to be so huge, it's crazy.
November 9th, we begin performances for School of Rock, so if you want to see it in its early stages, my favorite time to see a show, come see it then, November 9th to December 6th. And then we open, and then we're hopefully open for a very long time.
September 28th, if you want to see musical theater people do something a little different, come check out my live show at Webster Hall in the Marlin Room at 7:30 with opening act, NewMusicalTheatre.com's Zach Zadek.
I hope I could even get a ticket. September 28th, Webster Hall, Drew Gasparini like you've never seen him before.
That's a hard ticket to snag.
That's a hard ticket to snag. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here, truly. And play him off. Thank you so much. Give it up for Alex Brightman. Thanks so much, Alex. What a great guy. Swell guy.